What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? We are back again with another 90-day fiance video, and this one right here, it's all about Jenny and Sumit. Now, in the most recent episode, we did experience Jenny going absolutely berserk towards Sumit, and that's something that we are going to review right now and break down this scene bit by bit. But before we get into it, let's start off by giving a big massive shout out to every single person that is a member of the channel, that is a member of Patreon, and that is a subscriber. We continue to grow. And with that being said, let's head over and see exactly what went down with these amazing two. Cough, cough.
This is really
okay.
bad.
Okay, this is bad. What do you want to do? You thought it's bad. Good.
Why are you yelling at me?
I said I know you're going to go with your parents, and I'm going to be left by myself. You guys talk handy, and nobody. You don't tell me what's being said. You think I'm going to be comforted? You think
Did you say anything?
You think I'm okay? You think everything is okay with me? Why doesn't everybody think it's okay for me to sit here and take all this abuse and not say anything? And I'm not supposed to feel anything. I'm not supposed to care.
You are overreacting. You are overreacting.
Sumit telling his parents that we got married turned out exactly as I knew it would. A disaster. I knew that, his parents were going to react the way they did, and he was going to take after them, and I was going to be sitting here all by myself. He needs to think about how I'm feeling because, I am his wife now, and so his loyalty should be with me.
I need to pamper you every time whenever you get mad.
Oh, wait.
Eh?
Oh, wait.
Do I need to pamper?
What? Away from me. Get away from me.
Get away from me?
Forever. Understand? You think I'm
What
not
do you
hurting?
think?
Do you think
Behave like this right now?
what?
Now, let's identify the fact that when it comes to Sumit, he will never ever want to understand or see Jenny's side of the situation. Because you see, Sumit is someone that is stuck within his own cultural boundary, his own cultural mindset. And for him, things have to go the way they're supposed to go based on his culture. Now, obviously, Jenny is someone that should have been aware of this, which I believe was aware of this, but Jenny has this thing where she felt as if maybe, just maybe, he would change his ways slightly just to benefit herself. But of course, we have witnessed from this scene and time again that when it comes to Sumit, he has no intention whatsoever to consider Jenny's feelings, because at the end of the day, it is always going to be about his feelings and also about his culture. But hey, and then that's why he talks about this whole pampering situation. Each time you get mad, why do I have to pamper you? I mean, listen, I don't think you understand the situation, or it's either you are or you're ignoring it. It's not about the fact that you have to pamper Jenny. It's the fact that you've had a full-on conversation with your parents, and the whole conversation wasn't even in English, so she had no idea what the hell was being said, but could definitely pick up the negative vibes from it. So of course, after that conversation happens, really and truly, the most important thing is that they're supposed to be there for each other. But instead of them being there for each other, it's like it's a battle of who gets the sympathy and who doesn't. But the sad part about it is that, well, for Sumit, he's always going to be the one seeking that sympathy rather than him ever allowing Jenny to feel any type of sympathy in terms of supporting one another. But hey, let's continue, because boy, this is just the beginning.
You care about me a little bit too.
Who said that? Don't
I'm upset too.
Listen. You were here to support me.
And I did. I sat out there.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with you, but at least don't behave like that.
So I'm not supposed to have any emotions or at all.
You have emotions, but you are taking that frustration out on me.
And this is the part that he is struggling with. Okay, he even said you're supposed to support me, which obviously proves again what I just said. Now, the matter of fact is, in this situation itself in particular, he needs to understand that if he's not going to consider how she feels, well, then this whole relationship is completely shambolic. I mean, to be honest, it is shambolic, isn't it? But anyway, we'll continue with these two when it comes to their battle of whose emotions matter the most. When in reality, it's not about whose emotions matter the most. It's about how do we get through this together. And that is something that they're both failing to do. Well, I think Jenny's maybe trying to do that to a certain degree, but it's hard for her to get it out there because Sumit is so stuck in his ways. But hey, let's continue.
The situation is getting worse and worse. My mother just disowned me. So right now, I need Jenny's support. And I need to know that she's going to be there for me. Because I just sacrificed my family for the woman I love. And she...
Sounding like a full-on freaking mama's boy. She needs to support me because I sacrificed my family for her. Hold on a minute. You didn't actually technically sacrifice your family for her. You literally invited your family round. You had a conversation about Jenny. Your mum didn't agree, and therefore she decided to disown you because, well, you decided to get married behind your parents' back, behind your family's back. If you're going to do that, of course, it's going to cause a massive hoo-ha, a massive controversy. At the end of the day, I don't know why he expected his family to be A-okay with the fact that he went off and had a secret wedding without their acknowledgement. So really and truly, can we blame the family for being upset? No, we can't blame him for being upset. Can we blame him for being a bit traumatic and disowning their son? We could do to a certain degree, but the thing is though, why did he have a secret wedding? That's nothing that has to be put into place. So really and truly, him obviously getting married to Jenny privately and away from the family. Well, to be fair, that is the family's fault because they wasn't willing to accept Jenny. So really and truly, there's obviously issues. There's issues obviously all around. Everyone in reality is to blame, but the problem is that they're all sitting there actually looking for the blame rather than looking for the solution. At the end of the day, the solution really and truly at this moment in time doesn't even have anything to do with his family anymore. This solution now comes down to just the two people left in the relationship, and of course is Jenny and Sumit. But of course, like I said before, Sumit isn't someone that's really looking for that solution. He's someone that's looking to be pampered, is looking to be babied. He just wants to make sure that now he's lost his mother, who's obviously looked after him. He's now inheriting a woman that's going to look after him too. But the fact is, though, that's not how a relationship works. Don't get me wrong, in a relationship, a man definitely wants to be with a woman that's going to look after him. Same way a woman's going to want to be a man's going to look after him too. But there's ways around it. The way he's going around it, just ain't it. But hey, let's continue with this absolute shambolic madness.
He's screaming at me. That is not acceptable.
Listen, this is the thing, okay? You're sitting here and you're talking with your parents. I can't understand anything that's being said. Can I talk? So I'm sitting here and I'm just like, all I can do is just imagine and think what they're saying. I have no idea. But I'm sitting here like, be quiet. If I say anything, I'm going to just make the whole situation worse. It's hurting me too. This whole thing is hurting me too.
I mean, to be fair, how do we solve the language barrier situation? I mean, one, you can either get an app and rely on the app to translate how they're speaking, which is a bit mad. Or you can try and at least learn the language so you can get a gift of what they're saying. Or you can rely on this twirl up actually translating for you, which again is a bit of a myth. So really and truly, the language barrier thing, I think that's where really and truly Sumit has to step up more than anything else. He's the one that has to make sure he says the right things, obviously, to the parents. And if anything, he's the one that should be there to obviously translate to Jenny as well, let them know obviously what is happening right now at this moment in time. So really and truly, the whole language barrier, I guess the pressure comes down to him. That's if he's willing to step up and actually, do something about it, which we can only imagine he doesn't. But hey, we continue.
Why do you think it's easy for me to sit here and take all of this, watch all of this, take all of this? Why do you think it's easy for me? I came for you.
Because you are a woman, and sadly, there's a high chance that in his culture, women are looked down on and they have less power. So obviously, that's why. That is the answer to your question. But hey.
When I need you to just support, you just start yelling, you didn't come to me, you didn't take care of me, you don't care what I feel, I do care. That's why I was fighting with everyone, that's why I married you, that's why I keep on trying my parents to understand that I love Jenny.
I know Sumit loves me, and we've spent our entire relationship trying to convince his parents to let us be together. But I thought this was all over with once we finally got married. I thought that I would be more of a priority to him, but it seems that I'm not, and I'm starting to wonder, is that ever going to change?
The fact that she got married to him with the hopes that he was going to change, the hopes that he was going to make her a priority, is absolutely stupid. I don't know why people decide to get themselves into arrangements, into contracts, shall I say. Because a marriage is a contract, right? You know what I mean? I don't know why people like to tie things with other people, hoping that this is now going to make things better. There's people that get married because they think that the marriage is going to fix their relationship when it doesn't. People that have children who think that having a child is going to fix their relationship, which it doesn't. And the problem with that one is that it then affects the child as well. So to be fair, having a child is way much more worse than obviously getting married. The only difference in the marriage is that the divorce part is going to be one hell of a long, expensive process. But hey, either way though, if you're stupid enough to get married and hope your relationship's going to work, well, you go and do that because that only affects you too and your bank account. But doing it by having a kid, that's when it's just way too far when people do that. And so many other reasons as well why people, stick together. And it's like, really, really, really? You're really going to continue to ignore all the red flags? You're really going to ignore that maybe you're just not compatible? And most importantly, the most important thing that I always say, you cannot change anyone. People only change when they want to change. If they haven't changed before getting the marriage, well, then that means they're never going to change in the first place. And at the end of the day, even if they tell you they're going to change, You shouldn't believe someone that tells you they're going to change. You should see that they're going to change. People that do things. They don't tell you they're going to do them. The only time they tell you they're going to do it is when they tell you that they've done it after they've done it. And it's become a consistent thing and it's become normal to them. But hey, people just like to do some madness, but let's continue.
You were not that upset as
You don't know because I'm sitting here quiet. You don't know how I'm feeling inside. You know, this is hard on me too. Listen. Your parents just hate me, and I'm upset too. This isn't easy for me either.
It's not easy for you either, but try to understand what our situation I was in instead of coming and start yelling it. Jenny and I are married now, in relationship, partners supports each other. I give up a lot in the relationship, and I need to know that Jenny is also there for me because I may not have anybody else in my life in future.
Well, that should have been something that he thought about before getting married to Jenny. At the end of the day, the thing that he had to figure out is what matters most: parents or his woman. I mean, if you ask me, even though he married her, I still think that his family is one that matters most, and that's why their marriage it's not gonna last long. If anything, they just wasted a whole lot of money getting married in the first place. But who knows? Maybe things would maybe he'll change his mind and be more open to her ways. Maybe they may even get that flight to the US. You never know. But at this moment in time, from what I can see, it's not going anywhere nice. But hey, we shall wait obviously to see what happens throughout the season with Sumit and Jenny. But with that being said, let me know what you're thinking down below in the comment section. And also at the same time, I'm aware that the storyline is probably fake too. But hey, don't forget to like, subscribe, and peace.